Right folks, welcome to this exciting video. In this episode I've come to the River Isla because it's just been a crazy storm for the last couple of days with incredible heavy rain. So we're coming to see what the Reekie Linn is looking like nowadays. The autumn colours at this time of year are just absolutely incredible, but the heavy rain in the last couple of days has knocked most of the leaves off compared to last week when we were at that like abandoned house and stuff. Like now the trees are kind of getting very sparse, hardly any leaves left on them. The roar from this waterfall today will be absolutely incredible. I've not been here for probably like a year, and yeah, it's one of my favourite places to come. The landscape and just the way the land and stuff is around here, it's just mind-blowing folks. The waterfall is so big, it's always just like mind-blowing to see it. When the river's high like this, it's such a special time to come and video it. This is crazy folks, the sun's starting to set behind me. The sun sets a lot earlier at this time of year, so this is like an evening kind of walk, early evening, and I can't believe like how ferocious the river's looking today, because I've not been here for ages. Like I forgot how loud like the roar from the waterfall is in the distance. It's crazy, the water's just brown and churning. Every little burn and river feeding into this is just in spate today. Like even when I was driving here, I was coming through like floods, massive puddles on the road. Wow, check it out folks. It's the River Isla. This is always a crazy bit to climb through here folks, like the mossy rocks, and yeah, it's such a mystical kind of forest location, and in the autumn it's such a crazy environment for an adventure, and like the waterfall just adds to it all. It's almost like how the world would have looked before humans came on the go. It's just a crazy like wild natural landscape. There's no other way to describe it folks. Wow, this is incredible. This is us right at the top of the waterfall here. Today there's a lot of reek coming off it. That's why it's called the Reekie Linn folks. The mist comes off it, like it looks a lot like reek, which is the Scottish word for smoke. Wow, look how high the river is here, swirling. The river's moving at such a speed. Unreal folks. This is incredible. The noise from this waterfall right now. Wow. Old generator sheds and stuff, but we've come to look at this. The waterfall itself on a day like this is just incredible. This is one of my favourite spots down here, to see the force of the waterfall. If you're coming down this path, you really have to be careful. There's like a cliff here, but a complete drop right there. Whoa, the spider webs and stuff on my face. Look at this, it's like, wow, look at the force of the waterfall folks. The noise from here with the waterfall echoing. Check this out, folks. Incredible. That's why it's worth coming to places like this. It's like mind-blowing, the force of nature here. The noise and the force of that water there, it's like, wow. Can't even believe how many bucket loads of water is just coming over there at once. Just incredible. The noise of it when it lands as well. It's just completely fleeing across to that other cliff face there. The water's right up into this cave. That is absolutely crazy, folks. Unreal. It's like coming to a Jurassic World. The force of the river on a day like this. So worth videoing and documenting. It's literally like the power of nature. I think there's a couple at the other side of the river right now flying a drone across. I don't want to ruin their footage. If you fell in there today, you'd be swept away within an instant. You can see why it's called the Reekie Linn on a day like this, folks. What a place, folks. It's just the energy of a waterfall like that is just incredible. And like, because it's like two stages, the way it drops down, it creates so much spray and mist. And the way the water just drops in here at the top, mind-blowing, folks. It's a mind-blowing piece of nature, and it's always worth coming here and videoing it. Head back along here. The roar from the waterfall, it's like, wow, it's just like, words can't describe something like that. The roar is like standing next to 1,000 caged lions, just like ready to rip your head off. And it's just like millions of gallons of water just dropping and just impacting at the bottom and hitting all the rocks and stuff. It's such a massive roar. And at one time, I believe, like this little shed at the top of the hill, they were trying to harness that power with some sort of like electrical like generator of its era. I have come here a few times over the years, but I've not been here for so long. When there was a storm today, I just thought I have to come and see what's kicking off here. Like, look at that. When I first came here years ago, that was all up on the wall. Real history, folks. Maybe one day the river will wipe this place out too. There's probably been wooden doors and stuff on it at one time. It's all just like rotted away, but It's just literally like located here at the top of the cliff. There is another cool little bit down here we'll go to before we leave this location, folks. It's quite scary coming down here knowing that the river's raging on the other side of here. But look, there's an old metal ladder leading down here. And I believe this is when they were harnessing the energy from the dam. Not from the dam, folks, from the waterfall. Check it out, the pipe runs out under there. That's the same pipe that's coming down at the other side of the waterfall. Crazy, folks. Look at this, it's like a jungle and like, wow. This is unreal, folks, coming down here. This is like coming to another planet. Look at the way everything's like growing over the top of my head. Now this has been an old shed where they've had like the end of their tap, maybe a generator. This could have at one time been a turbine shed. Look at this for the view of the waterfall, folks. Whoa, like I always just love coming to see this waterfall when the river's this high. The noise from the waterfall when you're in here is just incredible, folks. Like, so glad I came here today to see this. Like, it is pretty dangerous to be around the edge of this stuff and that, so be careful if you visit the Reekie Linn, like, but it is definitely worth visiting at some point. And check this out, the way this has all been built at one time, probably in the 1800s, I'm thinking. The water's literally at the other side of that though today, so it is eerie. And the sun is gradually setting, folks. We've got nothing but water running in this cliff face here. This tree is just like clinging on. It's like something out of like a movie set. It looks false, like it's been constructed this way to look wild, but this is like real Scotland down out here. The landscape with the cliffs, the amount of rain we've had, it's just changed the colour of everything. It is incredible, folks. We need to take a look at this one last time. What I've seen out here, folks, this is so cool. It's honestly like coming to a wonderland around here. This is how the whole of the planet may have looked at one time before there was humans. Apart from the fact that there's like these little huts, the wild landscape here just is incredible, and the colour of all like the leaves and the branches and stuff, the trees, it's incredible. I think I really need to climb up here. Normally when the river's at its usual height you can walk right around there. It's always crazy to see the Reekie Linn when, like, whenever you see the white water going as far as those rocks at the other side, you can, it's crazy, folks. Like, if you fell in that water, game over. But yeah, check this out, it's like, a crazy route, which I think is a natural fissure in the land here. It's like over the years this piece of rock here is broken away at a seam, and just maybe trees and stuff has pushed it apart as the ground. Yeah, this makes for a special approach to the waterfall when you walk down this natural like alleyway. It's got all this like overgrown roots and stuff just hanging down. I've been so lucky that it's not rained when I've been out, because the last couple of days the rain has just been next level, and that's the reason the waterfall is so ferocious today. So that's been a short one today, folks. It's always fun to see the Reekie Linn when it's high in spate. So yeah, here we are. I'll just try to negotiate this little burn and make my way back up to the car park. But yeah, I'll end this one here. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back with the next one very soon.